the 1980s, some of the rarest sleeper cars surprised everyone with their hidden power. They didn't look fast, but they could beat the flashy cars on the road. Number 1. 1989 Pontiac Grand Prix Turbo. The 1989 Pontiac Turbo Grand Prix by ASC/MC is an incredibly rare sleeper car with only around 2,500 to 3,500 units made between 1989 and 1990. Finding one today, especially in good condition, is like discovering a hidden masterpiece. At first glance, the car may look like a regular 1980s Pontiac Grand Prix SE, but it's far from ordinary. Its connection to McLaren, a company famous for building high-performance race cars, gives it a special edge. This isn't the McLaren of modern supercars, but their involvement made this Pontiac unique. Under the hood, the Turbo Grand Prix is powered by a turbocharged 189 cubic inch V6 engine tuned by McLaren to produce 205 horsepower and 220 pound-feet of torque. This is a significant upgrade compared to the regular Grand Prix SE, which only offered 130 horsepower. Power is sent to the front wheels through a 4-speed automatic transmission, making it stand out from many rear-wheel drive muscle cars of the time. The car's bold look was designed by the American sunroof company, ASC, featuring wide body flares, functional hood vents, and gold-painted 16-inch cross-lace wheels with 9.6-inch Goodyear Eagle ZR50 tires. A dual stainless steel exhaust completes the aggressive look, signaling that this car is built to perform. Inside, the Pontiac offers a comfortable ride with tan leather seats that are power-adjustable in 10 ways. The car also includes a Delco cassette player and a graphic equalizer, perfect for enjoying 1980s music. The car's rarity is further emphasized by its low mileage, only 5,500 miles, with the current owner having driven it just 300 miles. The car has been well maintained, with $5,000 spent fixing the ABS brakes. Although some badges are slightly oxidized, the car remains a valuable collector's item. Number 2. 1989 Chevrolet Celebrity Eurosport VR. The Chevrolet Celebrity Eurosport VR, produced between 1987 and 1988, is one of the rarest Chevrolet models from the 1980s, with fewer than 2,000 units made. If you come across one today, you're looking at a rare piece of automotive history. The Chevrolet Celebrity was a common mid-size car in the 1980s, available in various body styles like sedans, coupes, and wagons. Most Celebrities were standard cars with basic features designed for everyday transportation. They were reliable but lacked excitement, with small engines and simple interiors. However, the Eurosport version of the Celebrity aimed to change that. To make the car sportier, Chevrolet blacked out the chrome, added red trim, and gave it a firmer suspension. The 171 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine produced 130 horsepower, giving the car more power than regular Celebrity models, though it wasn't intended to be a performance car. In 1986, Chevrolet introduced a show car version, the Celebrity Eurosport RS, which had a bold body kit, larger wheels, and a distinctive look. The positive response led Chevrolet to produce the Eurosport VR in 1987, offering a similar style for consumers. The Eurosport VR package costs $3,500 on top of the base price of around $10,000, making it a premium option at the time. The VR version featured a factory body kit, with a lowered stance, extra vents in the front bumper, side skirts, and a rear diffuser. It also had sporty wheels, blacked-out trim, and bold red stripes. Inside, the seats featured red piping, and the steering wheel was black, giving the car a more dynamic and aggressive look. Number 3. 1985 TVR Tasmin 280i. The 1985 TVR Tasmin 280i is a rare and unique car with only 1,167 units made and about 862 of those being convertibles. Even rarer, only 400 to 500 of these cars were sold in the US, making it one of the rarest cars from the 1980s. If you spot one today, you're looking at a piece of automotive history. Designed by the British company TVR, known for its bold and distinctive cars, the Tasmin 280i features a wedge-shaped body with sharp, angular lines that still stand out today. The car was built to offer a unique design that was different from other cars of the time. The Tasmin 280i was powered by a 2.8-liter V6 engine sourced from Ford, producing 160 horsepower. This engine, combined with a 4-speed manual transmission, provided an exciting driving experience. The car's lightweight fiberglass body and rear-wheel drive setup made it agile on the road, while the tubular steel frame offered strength without adding weight. Inside, the Tasmin 280i had bucket seats, a simple dashboard, and analog gauges, giving it a sporty feel. The car also featured a JVC-CD stereo, which was a big deal in the 1980s. With tan leather upholstery and a black convertible soft top, the interior combined practicality with a touch of luxury. In terms of performance, the 280i wasn't the fastest car on the road, but its lightweight build and powerful engine made it quick and responsive. The double wishbone suspension system allowed for excellent handling, especially on twisty roads. Despite its unique design and low production numbers, the Tasmin 280i never became widely recognized and remained a niche model. However, today, it's seen as a rare collector's car. Number 4. 1987. Buick Lasaber T-Type. The 1987 Buick Lasaber T-Type is a rare and unique car. While Buick produced 154,331 Lasabers that year, only 4,123 of them were the T-Type version, making it an uncommon find today. Despite its unassuming appearance, the T-Type had some notable features that set it apart from the regular Lasaber. At first glance, the Lasaber T-Type looks like a standard full-size Buick, focused more on comfort than performance. However, the T-Type badge signals there's more to it. It was powered by a 232 cubic inch V6 engine, producing 150 horsepower, paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. While not overly powerful by today's standards, this was a respectable performance for 1987. The Goodyear Eagle GT tires and strut suspension ensured a smooth yet firm ride, offering decent handling for the time. The T-Type also stood out with its unique look, especially in black. The sleek dark finish gave it an aggressive appearance, earning comparisons to a Darth Vader car. Buick was known for its high-performance models like the Grand National, and the T-Type aimed to follow suit. However, the car couldn't decide if it wanted to be a performance car or a luxury sedan, landing somewhere in between. Speaking of interior design, the T-Type attempted a sportier feel with black and gray cloth seats and additional gauges on the dashboard. However, it wasn't as driver-focused as its competitors, and the large dashboard and automatic seatbelt system were less than ideal. The seatbelt system, which is attached to the door, requires drivers to slide under it when entering or exiting the car, but most people end up using it like a regular seatbelt. Despite its performance shortcomings compared to rivals like the Pontiac Bonneville SE, the Lasaber T-Type remains a rare and collectible car. With only 3% of Lasabers being T-Type models, it is a unique find for collectors today. Number 5. 1985 Chrysler Executive Sedan Turbo. The 1985 Chrysler Executive Sedan Turbo is a rare and special car. Only 1,700 executive models were made, including both sedans and limousines, making it incredibly hard to find today. This car was Chrysler's attempt to create a luxury vehicle that felt like a limousine but was still practical for everyday use. The executive sedan started as a regular Chrysler LeBaron, but Chrysler stretched it out to give more space for passengers in the back. The focus of this car was comfort. It had footrests that could be adjusted, soft cloth-covered panels, rear seat headrests, and even reading lamps built into the pillars. The back seats were extra roomy, with adjustable headrests, so passengers could relax during the ride. The dashboard and center console were special too. It had a unique center console between the front seats with air conditioning vents for the people sitting in the back. The interior also had theater-style lighting, which slowly dimmed when the doors were closed, adding a touch of luxury. Under the cover, the 134 cubic inch turbocharged four-cylinder engine gave the executive sedan a good amount of power. It was paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. While it wasn't a sports car, it had enough power to move the long sedan smoothly on the road. With only limited production, the 1985 Chrysler Executive Sedan Turbo is a rare find. Its luxury features, spacious design, and limited production make it a forgotten piece of American automotive history. Number 6. 1980 Oldsmobile Cutless Calais 442. The 1980 Oldsmobile Cutless Calais 442 is one of the rarest sleeper cars. What makes this car special is how it combines luxury with performance, but in a way that doesn't scream muscle car. This unique combination makes it a true sleeper car, surprising anyone who doesn't know its true power. In 1980, Oldsmobile produced only 886 units of the Cutless Calais 442, with just 348 of them in the stunning two-tone gold and white color scheme. This color combination makes it even rarer and more eye-catching, especially when you consider the car's low production numbers. While most Cutless models of that time were more about comfort, the 442 option turned the Calais into something special. It was packed with a powerful 350 cubic inch V8 engine, something that wasn't available in most other Cutless models. This V8 engine was paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, giving the car the power to move quickly without being obvious about it. Despite its muscle car capabilities, the Cutless Calais 442 kept a subtle exterior. Unlike other muscle cars, it didn't have flashy graphics or loud design elements. Instead, it carried the W30 badging above the side markers on the fenders, which signaled to those who knew what to look for that this car was something special. The interior was also equipped with features like power windows and locks, and air conditioning, making it as comfortable as it was powerful. Production for this specific model was extremely low, with only 1,886 units of the 442 made that year. This rarity adds to its appeal among collectors and car enthusiasts. It was also one of the last years of the A-body Oldsmobile Cutless, which was hugely popular in the 1970s. As the muscle car era started to wind down due to stricter emissions regulations and the oil crisis, the Cutless Calais 442 stood out as one of the last true muscle cars. What makes the 1980 Oldsmobile Cutless Calais 442 a sleeper car isn't just its rare looks, but its performance. Under the hood, it was a force to be reckoned with. The 350 V8 engine produced plenty of horsepower, and its unassuming appearance meant it could easily surprise anyone at a stoplight. The car was all about performance and luxury, without being too showy. So, with only a few built and a powerful engine hiding behind its calm exterior, this car is one of the ultimate sleeper cars, prized for its rarity and performance. Number 7. 1985 Mercury Marquee LTS. The Mercury Marquee is one of those cars that didn't get a lot of attention but still has its place in automotive history. Between 1983 and 1986, Over 300,000 of these mid-size sedans and wagons were built. It wasn't the best-selling car, but it was known for being reliable, comfortable, and affordable. Now, here's the interesting part. This car was essentially a Ford LTD, with a few small changes. Ford and Mercury did this a lot back in the day, making almost identical cars, but with different badges and slight tweaks. For an extra $116, buyers could get the Marquee, which featured Mercury's grille, unique taillights, and black trim panels. The design was smooth and modern, with a gently sloping front and rear. Unlike the boxy Granada it replaced. The rear window had a sharp 60-degree angle, which added a stylish touch. In addition, the Marquis offered comfort, but not luxury. The Brougham trim, the top version, had soft seats, carpeted door panels, extra lights, and a digital clock. The front bench seat could fit 3 people, but the middle passenger had to squeeze around the center console. The dashboard was taken from an older Thunderbird, which made the interior feel a little outdated, even when it was new. Inside the power compartment, there were 2 engine choices. The base model had a 140 cubic inch, 4-cylinder engine with 88 horsepower, which wasn't very exciting. However, most people chose the 232 cubic inch, fuel-injected V6, which produced 120 horsepower and 205 pound-feet of torque. This engine cost an extra $418, but made the car much more fun to drive. The Marquis wasn't meant to be sporty. It had a soft suspension for a smooth ride, light steering, and felt like a traditional American sedan, big, soft, and easy to drive. However, there was a rare performance version called the Marquee LTS. Only 134 of these cars were made, and they were only sold in Canada for 1 year. With a V8 engine, firmer suspension, and special styling, the LTS is one of the rarest Mercury cars ever. Number 8. 1987 Dodge Lancer Shelby. The Shelby Lancer is a rare car that many people have forgotten, but it's a true find from the 1980s. Only around 800 of these cars were made in 1987, making it one of the rarest performance sedans of the time. If you spot one today, you're looking at a piece of American car history. The Dodge Lancer was already a good mid-size car, but in 1987, Dodge teamed up with Shelby to create something special. They turned the Lancer into the Shelby Lancer, a turbocharged sedan that could compete with some of the best sports sedans in the world, like the BMW 3 Series. It was fast, stylish, and packed with features. On the outside, the Shelby Lancer looked sporty. It had a factory body kit with ground effects, a small rear spoiler, and unique 15-inch wheels. The car also had Shelby branding instead of the usual Dodge badges. It was mostly available in bright red, though later models in 1988 and 1989 were also offered in white. Under the cover, the Shelby Lancer was powered by a 134 cubic inch, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with 175 horsepower. That may not sound like much today, but back then it was powerful for a front-wheel drive car. It weighed just over 3,000 pounds and handled really well. On a skid pad test, it pulled 0.85 G, which showed that it stuck to the road better than many other cars at the time. Beyond this, the Shelby Lancer had some high-tech features. It came with a 10-speaker Pioneer CD sound system, a luxury feature back in the 1980s. The seats were built to give good support, and the dashboard was simple but practical. Sadly, the Shelby Lancer wasn't a big hit, but today it's almost impossible to find a car that enthusiasts truly appreciate. Number 9. 1983 Ford LTDLX. The 1983 Ford LTDLX is a forgotten car with only 3,260 units made, which makes it one of the rarest American sedans of its time. This car was a mix of two things, part luxury cruiser and part performance machine. Now let's talk about looks. The LTDLX looked like a regular Ford LTD, but Ford added special features to make it stand out. They gave it blackout trim, sports suspension, and a more powerful engine, making it a car with more muscle. Under the hood, it had a 305 cubic inch high-output V8 engine that produced 175 horsepower. This was the same engine used in the Ford Mustang GT, giving the LTDLX plenty of power. However, Ford only offered a 4-speed automatic transmission instead of the 5-speed manual, which disappointed some fans. Above all, the LTDLX was a mix of comfort and performance. It had sportier seats, a tilt steering wheel, and a full set of gauges for the driver. The suspension was tuned to improve handling, and parts were borrowed from the Mustang GT. This made the LTDLX handle corners better than most American cars at the time. It was even popular with police departments because it was fast and practical. Even with all these great features, the LTDLX never got the attention it deserved. It was overshadowed by other cars, especially the front-wheel drive cars that were becoming more popular. Number 10. 1984 Dodge 600 ES Turbo. The Dodge 600 ES Turbo convertible in 1984, only 1,786 of these cars were made. The next year, production increased to 5,621, and in 1986, only 4,759 were built. After that, the car was discontinued. It had a short life, but it left a lasting impression, showing that Chrysler was ready to shake things up. In the early 1980s, Chrysler was facing tough times. Big, heavy cars were no longer popular, and small, efficient cars were the future. Chrysler introduced the K-Car platform, which was lightweight and easy to drive. The Dodge 600 was part of this new wave, but the special version, the ES Turbo convertible, stood out. This wasn't just any K-car, it was fast, sporty, and turned heads everywhere it went. What made the Dodge 600 ES Turbo so special? Under the hood was a 134 cubic inch, turbocharged, 4-cylinder engine that produced 142 horsepower. That might not sound like much today, but in a car that weighed just 2,700 pounds, it was quick. When you stepped on the gas, the turbo kicked in, and the car shot forward. But there was a challenge: torque steer. The front wheels would pull left and right, making it feel wild and fun to drive. But speed wasn't the only thing that made the 600 ES Turbo stand out. It had a sporty look too. The ES package included black trim instead of chrome, making the car look sleek and aggressive. It also had special 15-inch aluminum wheels with round holes called pizza wheels, and working hood vents that gave it an even more intense look. The body-colored grille made the front of the car look bold and serious, different from the Chrysler LeBaron convertible. Inside, the 600 ES Turbo had leather seats, a digital dashboard, and a 4-spoke steering wheel. It wasn't just a regular convertible, it combined sportiness with a touch of luxury. Though the Dodge 600 ES Turbo convertible never became super popular, it's now incredibly rare. The Chrysler LeBaron convertible sold better, making the Dodge even harder to find today. Number 11. 1983 Ford Mustang GT Turbo. The 1983 Ford Mustang GT Turbo was unlike other Mustangs from the same year. The GT Turbo wasn't about flashy looks. It was a quiet performer with an engine that surprised many. Ford produced only 556 units of this model, making it extremely rare and hard to find today. Now, let's talk power. The Turbo GT was powered by a 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, which made 145 horsepower. While it wasn't as powerful as the V8 models, it offered a great balance of power and fuel efficiency. The car came with a 5-speed manual transmission, but it didn't have air conditioning, which was unusual for a car at the time. Many buyers preferred the 5.0 V8 engine, which was faster and cheaper, so the Turbo GT didn't get the attention it deserved. The car's design was similar to the regular GT model, with a hood scoop and sporty trims. However, the turbocharged engine made the car stand out to those who knew what to look for. Despite its low production numbers, it was not widely recognized as a performance car back in 1983, which is why it remains a sleeper today. In addition to the hatchback coupe, the Turbo GT was available as a convertible in 1984, but only 104 were made. This adds even more rarity to the model. The 1983 Ford Mustang GT Turbo may not have been the most popular choice back then, but its low production and unique engine make it a rare find today. Number 12. 1987 Buick Regal GNX. The 1987 Buick Regal GNX is one of the rarest sleeper cars, with only 547 units ever made. This car may look like an ordinary Buick Regal, but under the hood, it's a powerhouse that can surprise anyone who doesn't know its true power. The GNX is a special version of the Buick Grand National, and it was designed to be one of the fastest cars ever made by GM at the time. What makes the GNX stand out is its 3.8-liter V6 turbocharged engine, which produces 276 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. This allowed the car to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds and finish a quarter mile in the low 13-second range. These impressive numbers put the GNX on par with much more expensive performance cars. The car also featured a performance suspension system, a larger intercooler, and a reprogrammed engine management system to ensure maximum performance. But that's not all. The design of the GNX is just as special as its performance. It has a sleek all-black exterior with vented fenders, blacked-out wheels, and no emblems on the hood or fenders. The wheels are 16-inch aluminum mesh with black faces, giving it a unique, sinister look. Inside, the GNX has a special instrumentation package and a GNX badged window sticker, making it even more exclusive. However, the 1987 Buick Regal GNX offers incredible speed and style without drawing too much attention. With only a few units made, it remains one of the most sought-after cars for collectors and performance car lovers. Which rare sleeper car do you think deserves more attention? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. If you liked this video, then like and subscribe to the channel.